Tim Walz welcomed Chinese Communist Party officials into his own Nebraska classroom as well.
Yeah, there's lots of things when you look back during his tenure as a teacher. He had CCP officials that came into his classroom. When students were taken to China, he would advise them, according to press accounts at the time, he would advise them to downplay their Americanness. Which is an odd thing to say. This is supposed to be a cultural exchange. That's how you learn about each other. He also, according to those contemporary press accounts, told students that in China, their society was different, that they were not going to see poor people, which of course is not true. A lot of poverty in China. He said, you're not going to see poverty because unlike our system, in China, they actually share. Which either means that he was incredibly naive about the Chinese dictatorial system, or he was, as I said, a fellow traveler. If you flash forward now to look during his tenure as governor of Minnesota, you find similar kind of hallmarks of this behavior. From 2018 up through 2023, Minnesota is really the only state that has increased rapidly its investment in Chinese companies. He's the head of the Minnesota State Investment Board that invests pension money. And at the same time, during that 5-year period that states like California and Washington State were freezing increased investment in China, and states like Florida and Texas were actually reducing their investments in China, only Minnesota was actually adding to its portfolio of Chinese companies to the tune of $1 billion. That puts him clearly out of line with what other state investment pension funds were doing. It's odd, and I think it deserves an explanation because, as has been widely known, and the reason we saw so many states pulling back their investments, these investment dollars usually go and ultimately benefit the Chinese military-industrial complex.